Hello and welcome to the re-recording of the Arrow War with Avengers. I had my mic muted while I was recording all my hits, so we're going to do another voiceover. And it should be fun because I know the future. I know what happens. And this is the first hit. It's a variation of the Hippo team. I'm putting in Garnet to try to protect from Erlang going off, and Hypnos to try to dispel the Hippo and the Ludwig if I have to. And let's see how it goes. Warning, this first hit is 10 minutes long. Do you think I win it? Or do you think I don't win it? So I look at the opening board, I'm like, oh, well, that's not a lot of blue tiles, and they're all in the corners and spread out. And I don't really have very many moves. And there's a red vertical, a purple vertical, and a purple horizontal. The whole right side of the board is frozen. I hate my life. I want to quit. I have a sinking rock in my stomach, and I am not feeling good at this point. It hasn't sunk in yet. You can see my mouth still moving, talking about those moves. But I didn't like it. I wasn't happy about it. And you know what? I'm just going to skip forward, because nothing happens. I sit on this move forever. And I think I decided to do the red. Okay, we did the red. Let's go back. I was like, there's nothing to do. Might as well do the red. I was happy to see that Aramis got a mana slow on him from a Sork proc. So I was like, yeah, I can do this yellow and then this purple, and I'll get some blues together. Maybe I can do a vertical green over there on Ludwig's side and get some more reds. And I'm like, oh, I can do purples into purples. Let's tile dump. I'm like, oh, okay, some reds at the bottom. And I think I wanted to try that to see if I could block Aramis and Hathor's protection. And maybe if I can tile dump into Hippo, then Hippo will be blocked. Here I think I go for the blues down the center to combo the greens out of the way. I'm just trying to tile dump. I'm desperate. I'm looking for any combos that I can get. So I got lucky with that yellow a little bit. So now I have my two blues. And that's important. He also hit my center 3, which is good. He didn't hit my Hippo or my Oni. That's probably the best option. The best result looking back. So now Hippo's going off, but he is blocked. And that probably saved me the match. I just need to heal. I'm gonna get hit by arrows. And I didn't want to use Oni yet because they're not quite charged. Or maybe I did. I wanted to take the green reds down the center and then the reds on the right. I got lucky with a few combos here, which is perfect because I had my taunt and reflect up. It's about the best time ever to get that. The arrows hit like a truck, of course. Aramis doesn't heal too much, but you can see almost all of them are at double HP, except for Aramis and Hathor. I'm running out of time, 3 minutes left. I'm using all these specials. I got really lucky with these blues comboing. And if Aramis killed my Oni there. It probably would have been over, but he hit the left side, which was also good. Here I had to decide who to use. I think what I wanted to do was dispel the cover so that we might not die to it. But I don't know if it procced. So I'm hesitating here. I know I'm running out of time, so I'm having a hard time like coming up with doing the math in my head or figuring out, is it worth it to sacrifice Melina? In the end, I go for it. Here I'm just trying to, there's the cover. And here I think I get really lucky again with that blue tile. Boom. Just enough to kill Hathor. We still have Hippo going. Get another round. I think that kills their Hippo. Now I can start relaxing because Erlang's almost dead. And I've got my taunt up. So what looked like a really rough start turned out to be very good. Very, very good. In the end. But there was several points where my whole center was on like a couple hundred HP. Maybe even all of them. I think Hippo and Oni were okay. Alright, we did that one. On to hit number 2. Very similar team. Hippo with Melina and Oni, but swapping out the other two. It's not a Ludwig on the defense, so I don't need that Dispeller or hard Dispeller, but Daochin's good against Ludwig also. But I brought her to kind of steal the buffs that Hippo gives, so I was hoping I could get her going a lot. Hey, and look, there's like combos to make. And I'm looking at that yellow at the top that combos the greens to the middle and it brings my blues together. Then I notice the purple on the left combos the yellows underneath it, and I notice that the yellow at the top the other way combos the purples and the yellows. So I'm trying to debate which side of the board I want to combo the top yellows, either to the left or to the right. I think in the end I decide to go to the right because I want to bring those blues together. I think that's more important than anything on the left side. Because the left side already has a blue match, so I'm not worried about that. Voila. Okay. Oh, I completely missed the blue dragon that was right down the center. I could have just done the purple vertical at the bottom. But I went with this really roundabout way of getting it, which was the blue vertical, and then the purple dragon, and then popping the dragon for the last 7th tile for my Hippo. This way works though, I think. But yeah, in hindsight, I could have just done a purple vertical and then a blue dragon bomb, and it would have been good. And that dragon bomb would have gotten me Oni as well. Aramis might have fired before, but I don't think it mattered much. So here we know we're going to get hit, and we're fine. We've got our taunt up. We've got our dragon bomb. We have a really nice combo with the dragon bomb, the reds, and then the purples. So now we start the Hippo train. Their Hippo's about to go off. I see I have plenty of blues on the board, so I don't know why I took the blues that way. I had 2 blue matches and I didn't do it the right direction, I don't think. But I wanted to get the Melina Dispel going. Now we can go as greens. We're going to eat 1 Jove, but we've got taunt up. Oh, and Erlang. Because Hathor gave mana. And here I'm just kind of like, well, my board's kind of dead. What am I going to do? I lucked out and got more blues down there. Now we're cooking. Alright, we did it. This is hit number 3. Doing something a little bit different with a 2-2-1. But bringing Riposte, focused pretty much on Sif. Hypnos is just there for the spell against Hippo. Melina's there to cleanse, Garnet's there to protect, Rise is there to cleanse, so I should be able to get my Reflect up. And pretty quickly I see that this purple vertical makes a red diamond. So the only trick here is that tile dumping into their Rise might make him lower the mana of all the yellow tiles, but I figured red diamond is good. If I can get Hypnos, low charge level 2 or 3 off, I'll be happy. And I see all those yellows come in, and I see that once I pop this red diamond, I'll have a yellow diamond ready in my pocket. So I'm pretty confident at this point, not worried about much of anything. There's a few different ways to take the diamond, and I thought about taking just dragon bombs and whatnot, but decided it wasn't necessary. And now we just watch them punch themselves. And our Rise flipped the board right after his Rise removed weakened the tiles. I strengthened them right back up. Here I just want to get Hippo going and then dispel him right away so as to not cause trouble. I want to just boost up as high as possible. I probably could have done Rise first and then gotten the mana from Melina, but I don't think it mattered. And there we go. Alright, hit number 4. Similar idea, just trying to keep Sif alive. So we brought pretty much 4 healers with Sif. Otega's passive heals and he brings minions. His blind would also be really good against all these hitters because they just won't ever hit. So that's the idea. And Charon can revive people if things go south. And this board is also pretty crappy. I've got 3 moves. I've got the yellow horizontal, the blue horizontal, or the red vertical. I decided I wanted to go with the red down the middle to try to bring in more yellows since I had a bunch of yellows through the center. My purples were pretty not great. My greens were not great. So I was banking on grouping up my yellows and getting my riposte up and then killing them all. I'm just weighing the pros and cons of each move. I don't think the horizontal blue really helps me. It kind of breaks up my yellows. So I go for the red. And now I just got more blues down the center, which is not great. I'm looking at ways to get 2 blue matches together. And I look at the bottom left corner and I see how I have a yellow in that bottom corner. And if I do the blue horizontal at the very bottom, I might be able to get a yellow diamond, or at least, if nothing else, set up a yellow vertical into Panther. But if another, it could combo just straight through, and that opens up my left side options a little bit. Or it could make me a yellow diamond. So I was being a little bit hopeful here. But I was really trying to find a way to get my yellow matches for Sif. And in hindsight, maybe this is a mistake. But I didn't really like taking those yellows in the top left or in the center, or even the yellow dragon bomb. And I think I talked about setting up like a blue diamond, but I didn't get my yellows there. So now I'm feeling not great. And at this point I want to start timing my yellows. So I take this yellow here. I just really don't have a lot of options this whole fight. So Panther's firing, so I figured might as well bring my yellows into her. And now I look at my board, I'm just like, wow, I have 3 yellows in the corner. Everything's dried up. I can't, my purples, I have 0 purples so far and 0 greens so far. So I'm really far from charging up anybody. I have like really no good way to get another yellow match. So I decide to risk it and take this green purple vertical into Panther and Jove in the hopes that some yellows come through for the bottom right side in that corner. And if nothing else, it sets up a blue diamond. But I'm in trouble. I am in serious trouble. If that Jove hits me, I'm dead. And he's gonna hit me. I did get lucky. 3 yellows came in, but I couldn't quite get them together in time. I think if I had those yellows this turn instead of having to make a different move, it might have worked out. And I was debating how to set off, whether or not to take the blue diamond to set up the yellows at the top, or whether to do the reds at the bottom and hope for a yellow to come in. I forget what I did. Because I think the blue diamond probably would have set Panther off again, and I'm definitely dead if that happens. Make a move. Alright, so we went for it. We almost got it, but it was a turn too late. We are alive after a Jove hit, but now we're eating a Himuro shot. And I didn't know who I wanted her to hit. Probably Toxie would have been the best target, or Motega. But now I'm just so low. I have no margin to work with, and Panther's firing. And so I'm going for the green ghost if I can keep Toxie alive. But Toxie takes the chops, and my Sif is on 3 HP. So, we lost. Womp, womp, womp. And we go into the clean. My clean strategy is usually like people with charge that I can ghost 3 tiles if there's a lane, an empty ghosting lane. So I try to bring as many colors as possible, and it's usually ninjas. Peridot, ruby, amethyst in this case. Normally I would bring... Look at this board. I was pissed. I was like, where was this board last time? Look at all those yellows. Jesus. I was so annoyed that I didn't get that type of a board when I brought all of those different yellow teams. So I'm just trying to find ghosting material. I've got enough reds to get my rubies going, so gonna go for charge 2. That's it. Easy peasy. Last hit, and going up against another Panther tank. Panther's super scary. This time I'm bringing Ludwig, who I'm still torn on using Ludwig Limit Broken 2 on offense. You get 4 turns to do whatever you want, but it always seems like the defense is going to fire on like the 4th or 5th turn, and then you just die, and you don't get Ludwig off anyways. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of him on offense if you have him. I'm torn. It seems like he's kind of a low percentage for me when I use him in war. But here we go. We've got our Limit Broken 2 Jove, Erlang, and Ludwig with Rise and Melina to support. And look at my yellows. 5 yellows and 4 of them are in the corner. Almost all 4 are in the exact corner. I don't know how more of an annoying board can you get than that. I do like that I have a lot of blues, but what is Melina going to do by herself? So I'm looking at setting up the blue diamond in a few different ways. Well, yeah, I can take the red horizontal at the top to set up the blue diamond down the middle, or I can take the blue horizontal on the top right to set up a blue diamond in the middle. The other option is to do the blue vertical on the right that brings the purple up. That allows you to do the red horizontal at the top that combos those purples and the blues in the center. So you end up with 3 purples and 6 blues, but you don't have a diamond, and it leaves kind of the blues scattered around the board without a good way to clear them. And so I'm like, I think I really need to take the blue diamond and try to flip the board around and get some yellows to come in. Because I have huge yellow hitters. I just need to get them off once and I win. So I think eventually I do the blue horizontal on the right. And I think I even get lucky that when I take the diamond, I get another blue match, so I get Melina charge 2 unexpectedly. But I take some time to think about this move. What would you guys do? 3 relatively good options. But yeah, look at those poor yellows in each corner, almost. So I do that, take a quick look at the board. Nothing changed really. I did get a couple of yellows to drop, and I got that free blue there. So I'm like, sweet. I guess I'm going to Dispel and do some damage and boost my mana that little bit. Here I'm debating doing the like red greens or doing the blue diamond, and I decided I want to do the blue diamond because I get that yellow on the left, and hopefully some yellows come up from the blues and the greens matching in the center, and then I can do another yellow down Panther's throat. Maybe I can kill her. And I want to go big because I have my Ludwig taunt up. I got kind of lucky there with the Dragon Bomb, so I'm like, okay, Dragon Bomb time. But I also see that, oh, I can do this purple horizontal and make a yellow diamond. And so I go for that. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have just taken that Dragon Bomb. But here I am. And here was an interesting move because Rise just healed. He weakened the tiles. Anne is about to go off. I could pop the diamond, but I just lost my taunt. So Anne is about to wreck me, and if I pop that diamond and the Panther on the right fires, I might be in a world of hurt if my Rise or my Melina dies, or both. So I decide to play it safe or smart here and take the Anne shot with the just doing this purple match. Take the Anne shot, then I'll heal up with Melina, and then I'll have yellows down the center to kill Panther. Boom, 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 boom. So see how Ludwig just, his taunt just goes away right when it's needed most. And here, we do the yellows. We don't get an unlucky combo, which is good. We take arrows and we take a Panther. So even with all of that, we're like hurting pretty bad here. But fortunately, we have some big yellow hitters. 1100. 900. We pop the diamond. We fire again. Except for Anne has other plans. But yeah, look, Ludwig hasn't done anything. I think he ate like one Panther special. And we took a diamond, we popped the diamond, like we were trying to make big moves. So I don't know. I'm curious what other people think. Because everybody in my line says how great they love Ludwig on offense. And I just experienced this. He went off, won the fight. He ate one special, and that was it. All right. Thanks for watching.